screen is the screen where you work. This is essentially where you will create your model, your network in this. If you see here on the bottom left, you see the scale. So the current scale is very high, is 5,000 kilometers. You can turn on the background maps from here by clicking this globe button over here. If you can turn on and off the background maps. In newer versions of Vissim, Microsoft Bing is installed by default, so you don't have to worry about importing study area pictures. But in the previous variants, you have to import or use a graphic image if you want to model the exact study area network, which I will show you in this tutorial. But first, let me explain to you the layout of Vissim. So this is the main window. Here you have all the network objects that we mostly use related to our network model. So you have links, desired speed zones, reduced speed zones, conflict areas, priority rules, stop signs, signal heads, which we use in signal controllers. You also have detectors. In case you are working with the actuated controllers, then these are your volume input object. Then you have vehicle routing, and in vehicle routing you have also many options. You have static routing, fixed routes, parking lot routes, dynamic routes. So a lot of options here. Then we also have parking lots. You can also model parking lots in Vissim. Then public transport stops and public transport lines. So when you model public transport, you start with stops and then you create a line, an active transport line. These nodes represents the section of an area that the Vissim will analyze based on the highway capacity manual guidelines. So these nodes will be evaluated for level of service, delays, queue lengths, stuff like that. Then you have data collection points. These points in the model where you want to see the speed, spot speed, or the spot volumes. So you have a vehicle travel time option where you can use this to find travel times between 2 points, any 2 points in the model. Then these are queue counters if you want to check queues at particular location. Travel times, queue counters and data collection points are normally used to validate and calibrate our model. Then we have background images option where we can import our background image. We have payment marking options to make markings in the model. Then we have option to import 3D objects into our model. Then we also have VisWalk tools, so right over here, which are related to pedestrians, pedestrian volumes, pedestrian inputs, pedestrian routes, normally used for pedestrian crossings and modeling pedestrian behavior. So over here, right on the top, you have also several options. You have base data, where you can see that we have the default settings for speed, acceleration, time, and things like this. If you are an advanced user, you want to change some parameters which are not, you don't want to use the default values, you normally come here in the base data and change the distributions from here, from time and speed and other stuff. The traffic gives you an option to change the vehicle composition. So if I go here with traffic vehicle composition, you can see that in this bottom tab, normally the default distribution is we have 98% cars and 2% heavy vehicles. So here you can see that 9.98 is a relative flow, indicating the flow relative to 1.0 or 100, and 0.02 represents 2% heavy group. If you want to change, you can always change it by clicking this plus button and add a new mode in your traffic, like bus, trams, pedestrians. You have many options here. You can also change the desired speed of these modes and the percentage. If you know the percentage distribution, if you have the data for percentages, you can change the percentages. If you want to delete a particular group, you can delete from here by clicking this cross sign. So let's start with the first example. Let's import a background image. So to import a background image in Vissim, you need to make sure that if you're using Google OpenStreetMaps or Google Maps, just make sure the scale is included in the file, and the file should be a portable network graphic file, not a JPEG file. It should be a PNG file. So in order to import a background image, we will go to background image option, right click on this network window, right click, add new background image, then go to the folder where you have located the image. In my case, it's on the desktop, so I will double click, and then as I click it, you can see that Vissim has imported my background image. This is the image where I want to create a model in Vissim. So as you can see here, if I zoom in using the mouse wheel button, I made sure that I captured this scale bar with the picture, which will make it easier for us to scale it in Vissim, because right now the picture is just imported, it's not scaled. And you see the picture is now 50, this line is representing 50 meters here, but our map scale is not 50 meters, it's like 2000 kilometers. So we have to scale this image. So in order to scale the image, I have to right click on the image and select this option, set scale. Right clicking and selecting set scale. Now I will use the left mouse button to pinpoint these 2 points. Let me zoom in for clarity. I will select, press left button and keep holding the left button. Start from this point to the ending point here, and then release the mouse button. As soon as you release the mouse button, it will ask you for the distance. So we know that this distance where we draw the line is 50 meters. So I will enter 50, and then I will click OK. Now once I click OK, the map image is now scaled. And how to see that image now? We'll go here, show entire network, and there you have it. The image is now presented very correctly right in the center of your network model. And now you are all ready to set up your links and nodes and begin your simulation model. One more thing, if you want to change the working environment in Vissim, you can go to edit, user preferences, network editor, and here you have an option. It's your working environment. You have 2 options. Either you can use control and right click to create new objects, or you can use this control right click to open property menus. The recommended way is to use, especially for the newcomers, the beginners, is to use the first option, where to create an object you may want to use control button on the keyboard and the right click on your mouse button. So it gives you more control in order to, if you want to draw something. So for example, if I have to draw a link like this link, I have to link here. So in order to create the link, I need to press control on the keyboard and right click on my mouse button. And as soon as I do that, the link Vissim recognizes as a new object and starts creating it. So I'm creating it overlaying on the image really. So this is a link, control and right click. As soon as I do this, the Vissim opens a window and asks us for the details related to this link. It's a motorized lane. Yes, it's a motorized city area, so we want to keep it urban motorized. You have other options if you want. If you want to change it to a freeway or a cycle track, you have an option to do that. The number of lanes here, you can change number of lanes from 1 to 3, whatever the situation is. It also shows you the link length. In the new models of Vissim, it shows you in real time when you are plotting the link lengths. But in the older versions, you have to double click on the link to make sure what was the length of the link. Then you have, by the way, all the units are in meters. So width 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, which is default. If you want to change the width, let's say our width is not 3.5, it's 3. So I will press 3 and press enter. 3, enter, 3, enter. You also have a lot of other options to block specific user from using the lane. Like if you want to prevent a truck from using a vehicle lane, you can do that. But that's a little advanced. So I just changed the widths to 333 for all the three, and then I will click OK. Now you can see that my first link is ready in the model.